Hello, Miss ARUTCHELVI. My name is NURSYAKIRAH binti KHAIRUL ANUAR. My student ID is 2025199529.
Hi, my name is SYAMEERA binti NORHISHAM. My student ID is 2025-178-141. We are from class AM2384C, and today we will be presenting for LCC 401, English for Oral Reporting. The topic we chose is tobacco usage among Malaysians.
Let's start with the introduction part. We will use two visuals, a line chart and a bar graph, to explain our findings. The purpose of the chart and the graph. Let's start with the line chart first. Line chart is to analyze the trend of tobacco usage among Malaysians. Bar graph is to illustrate the average monthly expenditure of Malaysians on tobacco products. Before we look at the charts, let's understand what this topic means. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention 2023, tobacco usage means both current and past use of tobacco products, including how often people smoke, how much they use, and what type of tobacco they use. This topic is important because smoking can cause serious health problems such as cancer, heart diseases, and also breathing illnesses. Besides that, the high number of smokers in Malaysia also make it harder for the country to reach its goal of reducing the smoking rate to 15% by the year 2025, which was set by the Institute for Public Health. Next, the central idea for this presentation is that although smoking rates are going down, the progress is still slow. Many Malaysians still spend a part of their income on tobacco, which shows that smoking is still a common habit among Malaysians.
Now, let's look at the first chart that shows the trend of tobacco use among Malaysian adults. This is a line chart published in 2024, shows the trend of tobacco smoking among Malaysian adults from 2011 to 2023. This line chart was taken from Institute for Public Health 2024. Let's analyze this chart. In 2011, the smoking rate was 23.1%. It dropped slightly to 22.8% in 2015, then to 21.3% in 2019, and finally 19% in 2023. So, the number of smokers is going down, but the drop is quite slow, only a few percent over more than 10 years. The target for 2025 is 50%, but based on this trend, it looks like Malaysia might not reach the goal in time. The chart is also asked, are we on track? But the answer seems to be not yet. This slow progress could be caused by weak enforcement of smoking rule, easy access to tobacco usage product, and the fact that smoking is still accepted in society. This chart shows that we need stronger action such as stricter law, better control, and more public awareness campaigns to help reduce smoking faster.
Next, let's look at this bar graph. This bar graph, published on 7 February 2023, shows the average monthly spending of tobacco by Malaysians divided by gender and age group. This graph was also taken from Standard Insights 2023. Without further ado, let's analyze this graph. From the graph, we can see that most smokers, about 43% overall, spend less than 20 Malaysian ringgit per month on tobacco products. This group is mostly made up of younger smokers, especially those aged 18 to 24 years old, where 65.6% spend less than 20 Malaysian ringgit. This could mean that young smokers use less tobacco, maybe because of their lower income or limited access. Let's look at the group that spend between 20 to 40 Malaysian ringgit, conquered by female, which is about 33.3%. Next group that spend between 40 to 80 Malaysian ringgit, which are the people aged 25 to 44 years old, about 21.2%. As we can see, that as the spending amount increases, the number of smokers becomes smaller. But for older smokers, especially those aged 45 and above, about 27.1% spend between 80 to 200 Malaysian ringgit a month. This may show that older smokers are more dependent on tobacco or they have been smoking for a long time. Lastly, for the group that spend more than 200 Malaysian ringgit, led by male, about 6.8%. In general, this graph tells us that many Malaysians still spend their money on tobacco products no matter what is their age or their gender. But even if they spend a small amount, it shows that smoking is still a regular habit in their daily lives.
Now that we have seen both the smoking trend and the spending pattern, let's move on to our conclusion. To conclude, even though Malaysia's smoking rate is slowly decreasing, it is not fast enough to meet the 2025 goals set by the Institute for Public Health 2024. This means that steps taken so far are still not strong enough. To make faster progress, Malaysia needs to enforce tobacco control laws more strictly, especially in areas like tobacco advertising, public smoking, and youth access to cigarettes. At the same time, there should be more creative awareness campaign to remind people of the dangers of smoking, especially for young adults and communities in rural areas. By combining education, enforcement, and community involvement, Malaysia can move closer to building a healthier, tobacco-free society. Finally, these are the references used in our presentation. Number one is Centers for Disease Control and Prevention 2023 for definition of tobacco usage. Second one, Institute for Public Health 2024 for trend of tobacco smoking prevalence in Malaysia. And last one is Standard Insight 7 February 2023 for average monthly expenditure on tobacco products in Malaysia.
That is all for our presentation. Let us work together to make Malaysian a society free tobacco. A free tobacco society. Thank you, Ms. ARUTCHELVI, for your time and attention. Have a nice day ahead.